Whenever I see people on social media or people I know personally bring up or mention the year 1997, one of the few things that immediately pop into my head from that year is the European Grand Prix from the Jerez Circuit, a Formula 1 event that is mainly infamous for that moment between the two championship contenders of Jacques Villeneuve and Michael Schumacher. As we take a closer and in-depth look into this race for what it was, there are a couple factors you must know first. To start off, I'll leave most of the talking and narrating to my good friend Brandon Devine, who races in the Touring Car Championship, as it was his idea to put this video together. Brandon, I lend the mic to you, so take it away.
So when people talk about Jacques Villeneuve, one of his main achievements people known him for is his F1 World Championship against Michael Schumacher. The race weekend started out with Eddie Irvine blocking Jacques Villeneuve in practice, then one of the most confusing moments in F1 qualifying history happened between Michael Schumacher and both Williams drivers.
Down to the chicane, which commemorates the great Ayrton Senna. Right, left, now he comes up to the slowest corner on the track. Second gear, 55 miles an hour. Turn 13, accelerate across the grid and the line. And Jacques Villeneuve was fastest in the second sector. 18th as he approaches the line, and he moves up into provisional pole position. Jacques Villeneuve, 1 minute 21.072. Look at that, 3/10 of a second inside. This is terrific. Michael Schumacher is going to move up into provisional pole position if he just keeps up this speed as he comes into the last corner now. In tight on the apex. Get it steady, boot it hard, over the grid, and over the line goes Michael Schumacher and moves up into second place with a time exactly the same as Jacques Villeneuve to the nearest 1/1000th of a second. They've both done 1:21.072, but Villeneuve keeps the provisional pole because he got there first. And he's even quicker. He's even further inside Villeneuve's time. This is certainly a pole position time coming up behind Harold Frentzen, and it couldn't have happened at a better time for him, for Williams, or particularly for Jacques Villeneuve, because team orders will count tomorrow. And Heinz Harold Frentzen, it is amazing, I cannot believe this. Heinz Harold Frentzen has done exactly the same time as Jacques Villeneuve and Michael Schumacher and stays therefore in third place.
I've never seen it as close as that, all on the same time. Your heart must have been in your mouth.
Well, it is surprising. If you weren't here, you probably would believe that it was made on purpose. But it makes for a great last race.
Yeah, I mean, that was an ideal lap time. Obviously, you'd say everybody would have been able to improve by a couple of thousands to be up front, but then the circuit and other conditions didn't allow it. But it's perfect like it is for me, to be honest.
Frank told me I should go into the first row between Jacques and Michael, but it was not possible.
It's absolutely unprecedented, though. 3 drivers clocking the identical time, and Schumacher, Villeneuve and Frentzen, the front 3 in the Drivers' Championship as well. Just to remind you how things stand going into the last Grand Prix, in case you missed it, Villeneuve, as we thought, lost the 2 points he scored in Japan when he raced under appeal. It really is winner takes all in that personal battle. Frentzen looking for third ahead of Jean Alesi. By the way, if it does end up level, Villeneuve will be the champion because he has won more races.
Once the lights went out for the final race of the 1997 season, Michael Schumacher was able to get a better start than Jacques. As Villeneuve slowly slipped back, teammate Heinz Harald Frentzen took P2 on lap 1 in order to put the pressure on Michael Schumacher. However, later on, Heinz was told to let Jacques Villeneuve by for the championship battle. Midway into the race, as Jacques was going ahead to lap the Ferrari-powered Sauber. Sauber of Giancarlo Fisichella was ordered by Ferrari to hold up Jacques. But eventually, Jacques was able to get around him right before the pit window opened. Michael pitted a lap before Jacques, handing him the advantage. But once Jacques made his stop for tires and fuel, Michael Schumacher passed him just as Villeneuve got back onto the racing surface. With 25 laps to go in the Grand Prix, the chase was on. Eventually, Villeneuve caught up to Schumacher. Then, the infamous move of the 1997 season happened.
Villeneuve is all over him, look, he's going through! Oh yes! I don't think...
Out goes Michael Schumacher!
That didn't work, Michael, you hit the wrong part of him, my friend. I don't think that will cause Villeneuve a problem.
Michael Schumacher out! Now this is a replay of the World Championship in 1994 when Schumacher and Hill-Head are coming together, and if Villeneuve can just keep going in the points, he's won the World Championship of 1997, because out of the race goes Michael Schumacher. He retires on lap 48.
Look, now watch the contact. There's Schuey going in, look. He did hit, his rear wheel did hit Villeneuve's rear wheel. Villeneuve may have a slow puncture, he may have some suspension damage. He's 5 seconds off the pace at the moment. This championship is still not decided. Now watch, he takes a dive up the inside, he put himself in a position we talked about not to give Michael a chance. Michael realises, look, Villeneuve's on the track, Michael hits him. We can't see the contact there from that camera angle, obviously, but it depends on whether he made contact with those rear wishbones. They are not very strong. Now we're going to see it. Now we're going to see from Michael Schumacher's car, Villeneuve, watch him slice up the inside. Watch his hands. Does Schuey turn in? Well, he's turning into the corner, but his rear wheel may have just done enough damage to knock Villeneuve's car out of the race. Villeneuve lapping 5 seconds a lap slow. There's the beached Ferrari of Michael Schumacher.
As Jacques braked late into a corner, Michael came down and tried to take him out of the race. However, his move failed and Schumacher ended up into the gravel. The damage to Villeneuve's car wasn't very much, but at this point he just needed to finish the race and get the points he needed to beat Michael. Out of the last corner, Jacques Villeneuve let both McLarens pass him for a McLaren 1-2 finish, but at this point it didn't matter. Jacques Villeneuve had won the 1997 Formula One World Championship. Back to you, Calvin.
Pure determination was all it took for young Canadian Jacques Villeneuve to hold on and capture the F1 World Championship of 1997. As for Michael Schumacher, it's a controversial toss-up. Some say he deliberately tried to take him out. Others say it was Villeneuve's fault. Others say the good old cliche phrase, it's racing. As it happened, Schumacher was docked all of his championship points and was disqualified. Ferrari and Schumacher got cocky and over their heads, while Williams and Villeneuve got smart and used their heads. Schumacher did all he could to prevent Villeneuve becoming world champion. As a result, ends up in the gravel pit and failed attempt. Villeneuve, on the other hand, kept his cool, held on, and as a result, stood up on top of the world as the Formula One champion of 1997. And to this day, Jacques Villeneuve remains as the only Canadian to ever win the Formula One World Championship, and the last time Williams had won in not only the Drivers' Championship, but in the Constructors as well. Hard to believe that it's been 25 years. And 25 years later, this infamous race and this infamous moment will forever be talked about and remembered in the F1 community. Quite a classic, but more so for controversial reasons. Once again, special thanks to my friend Brandon for taking part in this following presentation, for again, it was his idea to put this together. And Brandon, if you're watching this, thank you for your help, research, time, work, and effort into this. It means a lot, and I hope to do more of these with you in the near future. Not just Formula 1 videos like this one, but also Touring Car Championship videos, NASCAR videos, and in future, IndyCar videos, and more. But I haven't done the Touring Car Championship videos in a good minute, but hopefully get back into the grind and swing in doing so in the coming future, as the TKC still in its early days, but again, in time, I'll get back to making highlight reel videos of TKC events. But again, only time will tell when the next one will come out. Regardless, Brandon, again, thank you. And others who are watching the following presentation, thank you as well for watching this video. If you've liked what you've seen, click that like button to show this video love and support. If you've really liked what you've seen, hit that red subscribe button to stay up to date with more Formula 1 and other motorsport content. Also, I recommend turning on the notification bell while you're at it, so that way you'll be notified the second a new video comes out. But until then, I, Turn 4 Productions, signing off the mic, as always, and until next time, and for the notice, peace out, stay safe, and have a good one.